that thing for your business? Like, what's the one huge domino that if you can knock that thing down, everything else becomes obsolete? You have to lead them to the answer, but you can't give it to them. They have to come up with the idea themselves. You plant the idea in their minds with a story, and if they come up with the answer, then they sold themselves.
He's a marketing genius. That's his brilliance.
Russell rhymes with funnel.
How to market, how to promote, and even how to sell.
He's here to help entrepreneurs create amazing lives.
And on a grand scale.
What's up, everybody? How are you guys feeling today? So excited to hang out with you guys. It's funny, we've been playing this pre-roll as we're waiting for everyone to log up and sign in and get on for the lives and stuff. And so it's funny, I've not seen some of those ads in a long time. The one of me hanging from the ceiling for expert secrets, I'm like, oh man, it's so cheesy. But it sold a lot of books, so there you go. Anyway, I'm pumped to be hanging out with you guys today. We have so many fun things to be covering. Today we're going to be talking about traffic. Okay, over the last couple of days, we've been talking a lot about like you becoming an expert, becoming an attractive character, stepping into your calling, all sorts of stuff. And a lot of you guys have been asking me in the comments, like, how do we get traffic though? I have a funnel already. What's the next step? And so I thought for this Friday, let's jump in and talk about some traffic. We're going to be sharing a really cool presentation from one of my favorite people on the internet, Dean Graziosi. So he'll be here in a few seconds to be able to share some cool stuff with you guys as well that's going to blow your minds. But even prior to that, I want to do one other thing, because as I know, and you guys know, we had a little contest yesterday going on where three of you guys were going to win one of these ClickFunnels belts, which are the coolest belts in the entire world. And so if you remember, the homework was basically to go to Expert Secrets, take the Epiphany Bridge script, record yourself doing it and posting it live. And we had tons of you guys do it. I think we had like 25 or 30 of you guys who actually did the assignment. You finished it, you executed it. So first off, all 25 of you guys who actually finished it and did it, you're already winners because you did the first step. Right? Of the 30 or 40,000 people that watched yesterday's presentation, you guys are the ones who actually took action. And I'm going to teach you guys something here that's very, very important, okay? The world is built out of funnels, okay? You know I'm mildly obsessed with funnels, right? Where there's all this thing, everything's a funnel, right? If you think about it, like, I think about this all the time. Like, you look at Facebook, for example. We're on Facebook and a couple other places. Let's say Facebook. Like, Facebook's got how many? Like, 3 billion people on the platform, right? From the 3 billion on the platform, there's maybe like, I don't know, maybe 20 million who see my ads. From the 20 million who see my ads, there's probably like a million click on the ads. A million click on the ads, there's like 500,000 that put in their email address, and like it keeps going down, right? And so like when eventually people like buy the product, show up the coaching program, actually build a company, actually launch it, like by the time you get to the bottom, like the funnel is actually really, really small. And people are like, it's so hard, there's so much competition. Like the reality is the only competition is you. Like, do you actually show up? Because if you show up, you beat most of the people in the funnel, right? The people who show up and actually do the things are the only, like, I think 30 or 40,000 people that saw my live yesterday, like about 30 of them actually submitted the homework assignment. So like you're only competing against 30 other people. Nobody else even did the work. So like congratulations to those people who did it. Those who didn't, like, go back and watch the video and do it. Like I promise you guys, like 99% of just succeeding in this or anything in life is showing up and doing the work. If you just show up and do the thing, you beat out almost all the competition because most people aren't doing anything, okay? So there's number one for you. And again, we have some winners. I'm going to announce the winners at the end of today because I want to obviously draw out the excitement and the energy and make sure that you guys are watching today's presentation and don't miss it. So I'll be announcing our 3 winners of the ClickFunnels belt here in a few minutes, well, at the end of today's training. And then we're going to get into traffic. How many of you guys, I'm curious, Laura said, I have the video, I fell asleep, but go post it quick. Even though it's too late to win, you just post it anyway. It's still good to have in there and just to make sure you do the thing. And those of you guys who missed yesterday, go back and watch yesterday's video. Still do the homework assignment. I promise you it's worth it. It's going to teach you guys how to tell your story, right? The more often you tell your story, the better you're going to get at it. The better you get at it, the more people follow you. The more people follow you, the more money you make. The more money you make, the more people's lives you'll change. Like all those things kind of flow together. So it's just showing up and doing it and doing it and doing it. That's the game. Right? There's no overnight success in this business. Anyone who's telling you this is a get-rich-quick scheme is lying. This is the work your butt off really, really hard, become somebody better, change people's lives, and if I do all that stuff, then I'll get rich in the process. But that's it. Like it's nothing more than that. There's no shortcut other than like becoming good, like practicing, doing the thing over and over and over again. And as you do that, you will find your voice, and your people will have a chance to find you, and you'll change their lives, and it'll change your life, and that's how this game is played. That's why it's so fun. That's why it's so exciting. I've been doing this now. I'm in like my 22nd or 23rd year in this business. And in those 20 some odd years, I've seen a billion gurus come and go and come and go and come and go. The people that have been around for 20 years, there's like 3 of us. That's it. right? How do we do that? It's because we're not here like trying to make a quick buck. Like we're here serving and showing up day after day after day after day. There's a lesson there for you guys as well. Like if you want to be successful, show up day after day after day after day. If you do that, man, 20 years from now, like think what your life will be like. It'll be insane. So anyway, there's me kind of going down the Russell rant for a second. Hopefully that'll help some of you guys. And if I offended any of you guys by telling you to work hard and keep showing up, this is not the right spot for you. Feel free to leave and go to somebody else's group who will lie to you. I'm going to tell you guys the truth all the time. So ever since I bought Dan Kennedy's company, his company, the motto is no BS. And so anytime I say anything, Dan's like, that's BS. I'm like, So he's like, no BS. I'm like, all right, no BS. So there's no BS coming for me. I'm only going to show you guys what's actually real because I want you guys to actually be successful. So you cool with that? All right. If you guys are cool with that, then I'm going to jump right into today. So my question for you guys, how many of you guys, like, this concept of traffic is the thing that keeps eluding you? You're like, I figured out how to make an offer. I'm promoting something as affiliate. I want to do whatever your thing is, right? You figure out a product or a funnel, whatever, but like traffic is the thing that keeps you from like actually having success and doing the thing you want to do, right? I know that for me, it's like, that seems like it's the hardest part for people traditionally. And so today I thought we'd take a break from some of this expert secret stuff we've been going deep on and just talk about traffic today, because I think it's something that a lot of you guys are stressed about. So I think it's like gnawing in your mind. And so I want to share with you guys some cool traffic things. So I'm excited. As you guys know, every day I've been showing you guys presentations from other things we've done in the past. I showed you guys some presentations from an old Funnel Hacking Live. And when we were planning out today, I was like, I want to touch on traffic before the weekend, give some people thing to talk about. I was like, who's got one of the best presentations from Funnel Hacking Live in the past, specifically about traffic? And as I was looking at them all, the one I thought would be really fun to do is sharing the presentation with Dean Graziosi. So Dean is one of my favorite humans in the entire world. He's only spoken at Funnel Hacking Live once. I'm trying to get him to speak at the virtual one coming up here in a couple months. I have not committed him to it yet, but I'm working on it. If not, I'll have him at the big Funnel Hacking Live 10 early next year. But he did speak once, and it was about traffic, about video traffic, and how to get video traffic. And it was one of my favorite presentations. It was really fun. It's also fun. I think I set it up. I'm not going to tell the whole story because I think I set up the story when I introduced him on the video, but it was very competitive. Me and him, we had both launched books at the same time. We were competing against each other to see who could sell the most books. And so we were buying a ton of ads, and he was beating me like 4x more sales than me, and I couldn't figure it out. I flew down to his office to figure out what it was, and then we figured it out. I was like, that's what I missed. And so we went back, and yeah, that's what he's going to teach you guys, what he taught me, which is amazing. So it's going to be awesome. So, okay. A couple things before we set this up. So this presentation was from Funnel Hacking Live a couple of years ago. Obviously right now I am excited and promoting, and we're talking about Funnel Hacking Live. Funnel Hacking Live International is coming up. It's going to be here, man, just a couple of months in, where are we at? We are in, I guess it's September, so we got a little time still coming up. But I want you guys to get your tickets because we're still in pre-launch. We haven't announced the speakers yet, so the price will be going up soon. But right now you guys can get you can get the cheapest prices. It's like $297. You can get tickets to come to Funnel Hacking Live. When we start introducing speakers, the price always goes up, right? And so anyway, I want you guys to go get tickets today, hopefully. I think that'd be the best thing this weekend. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually show you guys the trailer from the Funnel Hacking Live that Dean spoke at. So we're gonna watch that really quick. It's like 3 minutes long just to get you pumped into the state. Because I want you guys picturing, like, if you're just watching this from home, like sitting, at your desk, like, I'm watching Dean talk about traffic, it's not going to hit you the same way as if you were sitting in the room with 5,000 crazy funnel hackers all going crazy. Man, I'm going to pass out right here. I'm so excited. It's not the same as if you're sitting in the room surrounded by our tribe, our community, our funnel hackers, like everyone excited, energy's going crazy, and like we're pumped and excited about like changing the world and changing our lives and all sorts of stuff. Like that's the energy you get inside of Funnel Hacking Live. So I'm going to show you this trailer from the Funnel Hacking Live Dean spoke at, specifically because I want you guys to put yourself in the mindset of like, I'm in the room. So like you're going to see people, you're going to see their eyes, you're going to see their faces, like put yourself in the room, just experience it for a minute. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to push play on Dean's actual presentation, and I want you to experience it from that frame. Does that make sense? We'll probably talk about this when we get into copywriting and stuff like that in the future on these lives, but like the frame that you enter anything into will change your experience 1,000,000%. And the frame you have your customers that go through when they go through something will change as well. Like it's what copywriting and pre-framing, all the stuff that we talk about in the books and in the training we'll be going with you guys is all talking about pre-framing and understanding and mastering that. And so this right now is I'm giving you a pre-frame so that when you experience Dean presenting, it'll be a different experience. Is that cool? Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So that's the plan. All right. So if you guys want traffic, first off, type in the comments. I want to right now say traffic, give me traffic. I want some traffic. And then how much traffic? You want 100 visitors a day, 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000, a gajillion? Like, let me know how much traffic you want because we can deliver whatever you guys want. I just need to know how much you guys want. Let me know how much traffic you want, and then we'll look at that and we'll make it all happen. So in the comments, wherever you're at, if you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you're at, how much traffic do you want? I see, give me traffic, get me some traffic. I want lots of traffic, trillions of traffic, please. Give me traffic. Traffic 1K a day. All right. Okay. This is easy to solve. Traffic's actually not that difficult when you understand the core basics of it. So I'm going to love this, sharing this with you guys. Okay. So number one, this is the intro from Funnel Hacking Live 2019. We're going to watch this 3 minutes long. Then I'm going to come back and then we're going to dive directly into Dean, showing you guys how to get insane amounts of traffic to any of your funnels using video. So here we go.
I went through probably 12 business tries and they were all complete failures. I kept getting the questions from relatives, is this the one that you're gonna be successful with?
And I spent many years growing a few businesses and just struggling, feeling completely alone, isolated, my head down to the grindstone, hoping to figure out the way.
Finding ClickFunnels like a little boy finding a flashlight in the woods, lost at night. It's been a flashlight for us. It's brought us home.
Being in the same room with the software company and the teaching and the coaching that freed me from the bonds of debt, it was really, really emotional. It was intense.
I felt a little internal nudge.
I couldn't explain it. I knew if I got in the room at Funnel Hacking Live, things would change.
I didn't know what to expect. I was really excited to just see what this whole world is about.
I am a college student. The only reason I'm here is because I begged my parents to buy me the ticket for Christmas.
Getting here the first day thinking this is an internet marketing conference. It was thousands of people.
From the moment you walk in the door, there's heart, there's family, there's community. It is like walking into your own ecosystem.
And I see all these individuals from different walks of lives, and they're just like, how are you? What's your name? What do you do?
Even though we're all coming from different businesses doing different things, you've never met somebody, but you have this commonality.
So much personality, so much expression, and people tie their hair different colors and wearing crazy suits.
People are dancing on stage when you come in early in the morning.
So I have a marketing degree, and I have no idea what I learned in it.
We had no marketing skills, no business skills of any kind.
Yeah, I got my whole money's worth off the first speech of the first day. And I called my dad and I said, no, this was worth more than my entire 5 years I spent.
Somebody asked me yesterday, they said, who was your favorite speaker? And I said, in regards to what?
Being able to get around 6, 7, 8, 9-figure earners, you can't put a price on that.
Russell's not just someone who's passionate about sharing. What he's done is just revolutionized the industry. And he's just on a mission to allow people to go faster.
What's the new thing? How does it work? How do we integrate it? How do we deploy it? How do we explain it to people?
It's not a possibility anymore. It's a reality.
When they describe ClickFunnels as a family, it doesn't make sense till you have been here.
To be around people who are just as crazy and obsessed as me.
There's 4,500 people here today that want to make a difference.
It's mission and money, and you need them both.
That's what ClickFunnels really stands for. So the truth is amazing things happen when you're willing to do them.
You see possibilities that you never could have seen.
You can excel that business.
God, it's pinch me. Is this real? My life just changed.
It's just fun.
It's a phenomenon.
It's an oasis, man.
It feels like family. It feels like home.
I just feel blessed to be able to be a part of it.
And the gift of that, that's everything.
Man, I get emotional rewatching that. All right, you guys in the right state? You're at Funnel Hacking Live, 4,500 people in the room. Everyone's going crazy. And you're about to hear from one of my favorite people on the internet. His name's Dean Graziosi. And I set up this presentation because I wanted Dean to come and speak because me and him were in a contest. We both had books we launched, and we were trying to see who can sell the most books. And during the contest, he was selling 4 times as many books as I was. And we couldn't figure out. We were looking at the ads, we were looking at campaigns, everything like, what's different? We can't figure it out. And so I decided to actually fly down to Phoenix, spent the day with Dean. We're looking at all of our campaigns, his campaigns, and figuring it out. And we found the one piece, the one missing thing that was the difference. And so Dean's going to actually, again, this presentation, talk about it. and show it and kind of explain everything and how they were doing it. Dean's one of my favorite people in this world. He's such a cool marketer, brilliant person, always giving, always serving. And I'm excited for him to share with you guys these principles on how to get a lot of traffic into your funnels using videos the way that only Dean can teach it. So it's probably one of my favorite Dean presentations I've ever seen, and only people who ever saw it were the ones who were in the room that day. And so you guys have a chance right now to share with Dean. So with that said, let's put our hands together virtually from wherever you are in the internet. Put your hands together for Dean Graziosi.
All right. So, well, first off, did Russell and his team put on an amazing event or what? Oh my God. Love your energy. Been watching you guys for a day and a half now. Really amazing. So today, I want to share something that I think is be the most impactful thing I can. Russell and his entire team, I've watched their growth since day one. I admire what they're doing. I love how they care. And I came here to serve. I came here to deliver what I believe is the number one thing, with the more I analyze it, number one thing that's allowed me to stay relevant on video for 20 years. I did my first show 21 years ago, and I'm still here. So thank you. And so today, what I want to do is I want to share what I think is the ultimate unfair advantage. You guys up for learning that? You guys up for learning that? All right, that's what I like. All right, but first, let me just ask this. Raise your hand and keep it up if you are finally ready and you're starting your business this year. Raise your hand if you're starting this year. Leave your hand up. Leave your hand up for a second. Raise your hand if you have a business. It's making pretty good money, decent money, but you know there's another level. Now raise your hand if you're crushing it. All right. The reason I ask that is because wherever you are today, I'm going to ask you to listen, maybe like you've never listened before. There's some stuff I might say that you've heard before, some stuff that's gone by, but I want you to know, I know what it's like to have envy of other people starting their own business and it's not working. I know what it's like to wish for more. I didn't go past high school, and I have my own story. We all have. Didn't have money as a kid. And I also know what it's like, though, to have my first sale. I know what it was like to hit 100 grand a year, 100 grand a month, 100 grand a day, 300 grand a day. I've been through every phase. I've also been almost there when I got my business to about $10 million a year. I almost lost it all and had the sick stomach and the ulcer and wondering if I could ever get it back. And did I have the energy? Did I have the money? Did I have the time to get it back? So I share that only because I want you to know wherever you are, I've been there. But I also know what it's like to be a multiple New York Times bestselling author. I know what it's like to meet my heroes and impact millions of lives. And 2 years ago, my brands and my company passed $1 billion in sales. So, thank you. But I don't say that just to like position or posture. I'm saying that because the stuff I'm sharing today, it's not coming from hearsay or what I think is a good idea or because I had a couple successful campaigns. It comes from years of figuring this out. And plus, I started a $100,000 a year mastermind with my buddy Joe Polish. And then Tony Robbins and I are launching one in 2 months, a $250,000 a year mastermind. In fact, Russell cut the first check. How cool is that? So he's not somebody who just teaches, he's an obsessive learner. So you guys are in such good hands. But I say that because what happens when someone pays you 250 grand to be in a room with you? You better know how to share what you do. Add up how much they're paying per minute. It's a lot of money, right? So what it's done is allowed me to obsess and break down what works and what doesn't. And that's what I want to share today. One thing, though, that my team dug up. This is going to make everybody feel better. Let me get to the slide. I think it's this one. Okay, can you pull that up? This is going to make you all feel better. This is the first, I didn't even know my team had it. This is the first time in my life I was ever on video. It was my infomercial that I shot in 1998. So let me rephrase a little bit. I walked outside to go on camera in front of the house I had built. I went completely cottonmouth. I couldn't say 2 words. I ran inside and did a shot of tequila, thinking that would loosen me up, and all it did is made me a little dizzy and still screwed up. So not only do I have a horrible, horrific New York accent, I have the worst pleated khaki pants that existed on the planet. But here we go. This is the first time ever on camera in 1998.
Watch my show, and I'm going to show you how I drove this incredible car for 6 months and profited $5,000 worth of spendable cash. I'm going to show you how I drove this car for 4 months and profited another $4,000 worth of spendable cash. My secrets in Motor Millions will even show you how to get started with no money. And I'm going to show you how to start even if you know nothing about cars.
Yep, that was me. I say that so everybody in here can feel a lot better about you being on video. Now, what I'm going to share today, it doesn't matter if you're shooting an ad, you're shooting a sales pitch, you're writing copy, it applies to all of it. Of course, video is my method of choice. Who in here has seen any of my ads? Anybody not see them? I've got to make sure I follow you. But I want to start, before I get into what I believe is this total unfair advantage, I want to share the one thing that I believe changes everything. And when I share it, you're going to know you heard it before, but I want you to hear it again for the first time ever. Is people will always ask me, how'd you go so good on camera? What is your secret sauce? What page you're using? What's the opt-in? When does it come up? How long is your video? That's probably the number one question I get. What's the length of your best videos? I get all these questions. And it really boils down to this. Love what you do so much that you feel it's a disservice if you don't get someone's credit card. You've heard that before, but the reason I obsess, the reason probably 99% of you have seen my ads for Millionaire Success Habits. By the way, we just passed 500,000 copies just on social media alone. How cool is that? But the reason you see so many ads, and the reason I'm obsessive and next level a maniac when it comes to doing it, is because I know I am screwing people over if I don't get my book in their hands. Because I know the impact. When you guys get the chance to read that book, if you haven't already, you'll know what I'm talking about. I can't help someone. I can't have them overcome their fear. I can't help them get wealthier or happier or have more abundance if I don't get my book in their hands. So I will do everything in my power to make sure they get it. I'm obsessed with it. And if you hesitate on selling, if you have a tiny bit of apprehension of selling, that means you don't love what you do enough. Because if you don't get in front of them, if you don't get someone to take action, if you don't obsess on marketing and sales, which is the oxygen of every successful business in the world, if you don't obsess on that, they look at you as another video, another thing in this sea of everybody wearing the same color shirts. You just look like another person. There's also videos, and we'll talk about it today, that are entertaining. They're fun to listen to, but at the end, someone doesn't take action. And I'm going to break down how that works today. But I want you to think about this. Let me ask you this. Who in here, and I want to hear, Russell's in the back, let him hear it. Who in here is happy that Russell took your money and you're here today? Okay. Russell is another one who's obsessed and knows, what he just launched as he was talking about it, I'm like, my team needs that immediately. Russell obsesses on impacting your life. So Russell will shoot video after video. He'll film while he's on vacation with his wife at Disney, which I'm sure she hates. But he does all of that. Why? Because he feels he's doing a disservice to you if he doesn't get your credit card. He can't help you. Would anybody in this room want to take back the knowledge Russell helped you with if he'd give you your money? What I want to share. I want to give you this framing of loving to sell on another level. Not just saying it's a part of my business. It is your business. It is everything. That Kevin Costner movie, when he was, remember the Kevin Costner movie, Field of Dreams? The whole concept of the movie was, if you build it, they will come. That's how people feel so much with their businesses. If I make it strong enough, if I write the good enough book, if I can impact the world, if my coaching is the best, if my product is the best, they will come. Guess what? They will never come. It's a delusion people have. Every once in a blue moon, there's something that goes viral on its own. That's 1 out of a million. Every other company you see has got a marketing machine kicking ass behind the scenes. Think about it. Was Mother Teresa a saleswoman? Was Martin Luther King a salesman? Hell yes. There was amazing nuns that wanted to help people. There was the civil rights movement had lots of great leaders. But why'd they stick out? Because they were two badass salespeople. So selling is the fuel. It's the oxygen for your next level. All right. So now I want to share what I believe to be the secret to my success. And again, I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying this. I thought long and hard before I came. I had a million things I could share. I've done over $500 million in my companies and my brands with coaching sales. I've sold millions of books on TV and online. I took all my strategies from TV. I ignored online like an idiot until a year ago. Most of you probably never even saw me online till a year ago, but now we're dominating, right? So I took these same strategies and they work in direct mail, they work on TV, they work on YouTube, they work on Facebook, they work on Instagram. So that's what I'm sharing. And one thing before I get to this part that I think is the framework for what's worked so well. The person you have to do a sales job on, and maybe this is a little personal growth mixed in, and I think that's the secret in my life, is the person you have to do the biggest sales job on is you. When you love what you offer to other people so much that you feel like you're doing them a disservice if you don't get their credit card, when you understand that and understand your mission, your passion, your desire, the person you have to sell the most every day is you. And if that's looking in the mirror and getting yourself in that moment of that enthusiastic, that authentic version of you, then do it. If you have to read your goals every day, do it. If you have to write down new goals once a week, do it. Because I don't know if you realize this, how we are is how the people around us are. If you're in this room, you're a leader. You're a leader in your community, you're a leader in your business, you're a leader online. How you react, how you come across is how you set the tone around you. And if you're having a bad day because you didn't sell yourself that day, and you doubt your own success, you doubt your ability to grow, you doubt your next level, even 5%, guess what? People smell it. You could smell lack of confidence. I can pick it out in someone in 2 minutes. I have people pitch me all the time. I could tell when someone's pitching me and they're desperate and they need me for money. And I could tell when someone's pitching me because of 1 + 1 = 10. I know the difference in 3 seconds, and so do you. So if you're not selling yourself every single day, then you're doing a disservice to the people around you, the people, your partners, your friends, your family. So know your mission, know where you want to go, and sell yourself on a non-stop basis. And the last thing I'll say before I get to this little section I want to do for you is we are at a phase in the world, I believe, and I have a little history of this, 20 years every day on TV and the internet, over $1 billion in sales. I'm reminding you of that because I want you to listen to this, is we're at a phase where people are sick of the bullshit, for lack of a better word. People are sick of the magic money machine where you get rich in 5 minutes. People are sick with the pill that'll get you have a ripped stomach without doing the work. We are done with it. That phase came. I watched it come on TV 15 years ago. My team freaked out. Look what everybody's saying. I said, they'll be gone. If you guys watch my ads, do I always say it doesn't spit out money? It's not a magic money machine. You got to do the work. If you're going to buy this book and think to get rich, don't buy my book. The more authentic you are, the more real you are, the more raw you are, is what the world is craving. Everybody's sick of the shit. So, you couldn't be sitting in those chairs, in my belief, at any better time in history. Because right now, the world, you know what they want? They just want you. Don't try to be Russell on camera. Don't try to be me on camera. Don't try to be anybody. Be the best version of you that you could be right now. And believe me, I look back at that video, I'm so embarrassed. But I'm embarrassed of my videos a year ago because I always want to grow. But guess what? A year ago, it still worked. That infomercial worked 20 years ago. And I think when I look back, that authenticity, that being real, being the best version of me, even if I don't have a vast vocabulary. I don't. I use a lot of amazing greats and goods and pretty much everything. But that's me. And I get to be the real me and get those results. Everybody getting this? All right. So now I want to take a little different direction, but go deeper on what Russell does so well. And that's the 3 steps: hook, story, and close. I think Russell says offer there. I've been teaching this for a long time, thinking through this for a long time. And again, everything Russell talks about in this was right and spot on. But I want to give you a little example so it really anchors in, because here's the thing. Most people are really good at this. I watch videos obsessively, just like Russell, just like so many of you, and I'll watch so many people be great with the story, talking about their passions, their desires. They're automatically overcoming obstacles for the end buyer in advance. They're response blocking in advance. They're building authenticity. They're building credibility. They're getting you to trust them. All the things that need to go in a story. You want to overcome their obstacles. You want to build trust. You want to show why you're the authority. All those things happen here. I'm not even going to go deep in here. You tell your story. You anchor them in. So most people are good with the story. And a story will get you a nice little 6-figure business. But it's not going to take you where you want to go without the hook and the close. I'm going to tell you a quick little story. So this is a long time ago. I was watching Larry King probably 10 or 12 years ago, and he's interviewing Joel Osteen. And it gets to a certain point, and Larry looks at Joel, and it was like one of those moments on TV, and he said, "Joel, I'm a Jew. I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe Jesus is the Son of God. Am I going to hell?" And I was like, oh, that's like, oh my God. I was hiding. I wasn't in the audience. I was home, and I was hiding. And Joel, he's just a sweet guy. I've had the chance to hang out with him a few times. He's like, I'm not going to play God. I can't give you that answer. But here's the epiphany I had as an obsessive direct response marketer. All I thought about is, oh my God, what if there was a call to action right there? What if Larry King, in Joel's embarrassing moment, I'm thinking, what if Larry King looked into the camera and said, like Joel or not, you have the chance to get his book right here on the show. Call the number. That's all I could think about. That's all. I swear to you, I didn't sleep for days. I geeked out. I bought the Larry King set. I bought the desk like Larry King. I bought the Larry King microphone for $5,000. And I put it all on, I set it all up, and I hire a guy. Now, my company was doing good. This is 2007, so this is 12 years ago, 2007. I hire a guy to interview me, and he says, give me the questions. What's the teleprompter? I said, you know what? Let's pretend this is a real interview. And what I want you to do is act like the market's crashing. I don't know anything about real estate. I'm just some late night huckster. And he's like, do you want me to do that? Anyway, we lived this experience, and that infomercial changed my life. I did the first direct-to-consumer infomercial for a book. It was for my book, Be a Real Estate Millionaire. That infomercial changed my life. That infomercial did $140 million in sales. And I sold 1 million copies of that book. And it all came from Larry and Joel. So I fast forward. I say that 2 years ago, Larry King, we meet through a mutual friend. He's at my office. I ask him if he could do an infomercial with me. He says yes. I'm ecstatic. We pull out the old set. We pull out the old microphone. And Larry King comes to my office, and I'm like a little kid. I was nervous to go on camera for the first time. He walks in, and he's like, he's an awesome guy, but he's just set in his ways. He walks over, and he looks at the set, and he's like, why would the microphone be there? It belongs here. And he moved it like 7 inches. And I felt like I was scolded because I had the microphone in the wrong spot. So anyway, long story short, Larry and I do an infomercial. And what I did is I totally obsessed on all his best interviews. I geeked out on his interview with Prince and Madonna and Gorbachev and presidents. And I watched his open. And Larry always started with tonight on Larry King. I'm here with, if you guys are a little older, you remember, it was Larry King interviewed all the best. So I'm sitting across from him, and I said, no, just let's have this great interview. And he says, tonight, I write his open. I write the hook. And I had to obsess on hooks on TV. You guys, in today's world, you get to market to your demographic. Infomercials, I'm casting a big, wide net. I'm just hoping somebody doesn't skip the commercial. They walk by the TV, and then they stop and listen to me. I don't know if it's a mom, a child, an adult. I don't know anything, right? So I had to be really obsessive on a hook to stop the channel. Anyway, long story short, Larry King does this open. I'm going to show you. Want to see it? Okay. Let's play that.
This is Larry King. Tonight, my guest is Dean Graziosi. He's a multiple New York Times best-selling author, success trainer, speaking to sold-out crowds around the world.
Who in here wants more love, more passion? Who wants more money?
Okay, you can take that down. Okay, so now I do this show and I'm in heaven. Larry King, this guy that changed my life. He didn't know it until I told him the story. He changes my life. I tell him the story. He's excited. He goes to interview me and I write that open, just like I was Prince or Madonna or Reagan back in the day. And I totally screwed up. No one really gives a shit about me. I went against what I know is people buy from you, they learn from you, they adore you when they feel understood, not when they understand you. If you've never heard that, write that down right now. It will change your life. People learn from you, buy from you, trust you when they feel understood, not when they understand you. And what did I do? I went against everything I know and I made it about me. I'm a New York Times bestselling author. I've done this, I've done that. I'm amazing, I'm cool. No one cares. What's in it for them? So I'm obsessing on this infomercial. Why is it not working? It's Larry King. We're having this great conversation. The call to action is good. The interview is good. And I watch it and I tweak it and nothing. And then I watch it and it hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I messed up on the hook. I messed up on this. Listen, on infomercials, I used to think I had a minute or two to hook somebody. You don't have a minute or two anymore. You got a moment to see if people will take action. A moment in a sea of red shirts. How do you be the only black one that stands out? How does someone stop at your ad, look at your ad? We have to hook them to stop. So we have to ask a relevant question. So I obsessed on one thing, Larry King's opening sentence. Nothing else changed with the show. And I thought, what is relevant to a lot of people? And I came up with this. And it works, I would fit everybody in this room. The opening sentence was, in your adult life, have you ever looked in the mirror and thought to yourself, wow, I thought I'd be further ahead by now? That ever happened to anybody? Anybody in that room feel that? Let me show you the difference. Let's pull that screen up.
Tonight, I want to ask you a very tough question. Have you ever in your adult life looked in the mirror and thought, you know, I really figured that my life would have turned out better? If so, you are not alone.
All right, you can take it off. You see the difference of those two? Thank you. One is about you. One's about your emotions, your fears, your thoughts, what's going on. Write this down too. We need to enter conversations already going on in the mind of our prospect. We get so excited about what we do. I got so excited to do an interview with Larry King. All I thought about was me. All I thought about was my success, my books. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about them. And I was living in my head. When I changed it and lived in their head, everything changed. I flew Larry back in. I begged him to please do the show over. Just the opening. We put the same shirt on, put the same clothes on, put him in the same set. We changed the first 3 sentences of the show. That show's running right now. It's over $40 million in sales. The hook. So I want you guys to I hope I'm sharing something a little different or a little different look of what Russell did, but I want you guys to obsess on what comes out of your mouth immediately. Listen, there's hooks and grabbers. I've also done some cool stuff. If anybody saw me pulling a book out of my Tesla dashboard, I had a box where books just fell out. But mostly it's never that. It's always, I like to be a wordsmith. I'm always thinking, what is the biggest pain point of my prospect that they're facing right this second? And how can I get them to stop and go, yeah, I've looked in the mirror and thought to myself, wow. My first infomercial, not my first, the one I did after Larry King, the first sit-down infomercial, that's when the economy crashed, and it was when I think Obama put like $700 billion into the economy. It's what everybody was talking about. My opening line was, hey, I know Obama put $700 billion into the economy. How much of that landed in your bank account? That was the opening line. That show was a monster. So I just want to talk about, I'm not going to talk much about the story today. I want to obsess on the hook. Go back and look at some of your videos that you love and they didn't work. And I bet you'll find what I did. I've been doing this for 20 years and I still screwed it up. Are you stopping them in their tracks so they pay attention to you? There's a lot of noise out there. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter there's a lot of noise. You guys have an unfair advantage by being a funnel hacker. And that's a true story. You guys, listen, not only is Russell and Dave and the whole team, are they dear friends of mine, I'm a client. They've allowed us to grow faster, quicker, and easier. And unfortunately, about 5 IT people lost their job because of them, but oh well. All right, before I go to this next part, I really want you to think about the stamina. And I want you to think of the terms, and you should write this down. Do you have marketing stamina? Planes fly. When a plane crashes, you don't question the aerodynamics. You don't say, oh, planes just, it's metal. How could it get off the ground? You know that, can we all agree that planes fly? So if it crashes, you don't question the aerodynamics of the plane, do you? But when an ad doesn't work, you question if marketing works. Facebook is oversaturated, that doesn't work. No, it works for me every single day. It works for half of you in this audience. Just keep telling yourself, I need the stamina to continue because I have a great product. I love what I do, and I'm making this work. When you do that, then do whatever it takes. If you hit an obstacle, go through it. If you hit 40 more obstacles, go to 41 because you'll crack the code and your life will change forever. Marketing is the oxygen of your next level. All right, so now let me go to this. Story, I told you, this is where I would bet to say most of you are already good with the story. So I'm going to jump forward and go right to the close. I know Russell goes deep on the structure of the close. I want to talk about this little space that lives right here. Now, if you're doing an ad, it's shorter. But if you're doing a sales video, if you're doing a webinar, if you're doing an automated sales presentation, like if you go to get my book, that's when you go from a hook. You come out with a big hook and somebody says, ooh, I like that, I'm staying. And then you prove your value, you prove your worth. And this is the second part most people screw up, is going to the close. This is the part, did you ever watch anybody on stage who's up here on fire? They're sharing, they hooked you in, you know their credibility, they're telling their story, and you're like, yeah, I want to do what he does, or I want to do what she does, and you're all excited, and then they're going to present something to you, and they're like this, and then they go to sell, and they're like, and I got a couple slides, and if you want to get my stuff, you can. Their physiology changes, and they apologize for the sale. And they wonder why it didn't work. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to offer you something. You just wowed me, and now I'm not buying from you. You have no confidence in your own thing. Listen, a great example, one of my companies that I own with Brendan Bouchard is called Growth. We invited Tony Horton to come speak, P90X. He lit the audience up, and he asked us if he could sell. I said, sure, go ahead. We weren't really letting anybody else, but it was Tony. He's impacted so many lives. So he's up there, and he's on fire. The audience is loving him. And literally, I just had that presentation the day before about fall in love with selling. He literally is like, rah! And he's like, and I built this course, I put my whole life into it. And I hate to sell. I hate to sell. That's why, and we had 2,500 people in the room. He apologized for the sale, told people to go to the back. Out of 2,500 people, how many people do you think bought a $450 course that he obsessed over? 2. He had the whole audience. He went from the story, people start freaking out. I don't know about you guys. Who in here spoke on stage before? Okay, so many of you. Do you ever realize you have 2 voices going on? Like you're talking and then you're like, why is the guy in the third row over half asleep? Am I screwing this up? Like, bro, why are you talking to your buddy? Look at your text one more time. I'm coming out and getting you. Like, how do you do that? And I'm still talking and that conversation is going on. Well, that same conversation goes on for people when they're getting ready to sell. Talk about your life, your passion, your heart. And it's like, oh no, I have to go to my slides. Shit. And it's like, and so, and you could, you have to think about that. that's when everything goes to hell in a handbasket. What you have to do is take and carry that enthusiasm. Don't apologize. Listen, when Russell comes out and he's already offered some great stuff, whatever Russell offers, I hope he's standing on the edge here, getting you to be engaged, because it's the only way he could change your life. And you're crazy if you don't get involved. And I'm being honest. I buy everything the guy comes up with. He buys everything I come up with too, so it's pretty cool. Mine are more expensive. What? Anyway. So I'm going to give you guys a little hack. Thanks. Thanks. I'm going to give you guys a little hack right now. You ready for this? Between the story and the close. Between the story and the close, build a bridge. And the bridge will be your crutch. Right here, have a bridge. And what do I mean by a bridge? Listen, there's probably people who have been doing this for years. I'm just sharing because I've never heard it. For me, when I get done with the story part and it's time to sell, I want my enthusiasm to go up. I want to step into it. I want you to know that I believe in what I do. I put my heart and soul into this. So I find a way to come up with a bridge that I know that's the trigger and the inside voice that goes, hell yes, it's time to freaking sell. Hell yes, it's time to impact lives. And when that voice is talking, I get people to run to the back of the room. I get people to buy on my webinar, on my live cast, on my videos. And the bridge is something like this. So you say you're sharing up to a certain point. One that I've used, I'm going to share one. You'll see it if you're ever on one of my webinars or webcasts. I'll say, hey, listen, you've been with me for an hour. You've probably seen my books. Maybe you've read my book, watched me on Instagram. I'm betting by now you know my values. You know what I stand for. You know how I communicate. You know how I teach. And here's what I know. If you want another level of life, you're going to need help. There's no way you're going to get to the level you want on your own. I'd like to be that help. And that's why I'm so excited to offer you this. What I did is subtly just asked your permission to sell to you. Who's ready to buy something from me? Just be honest. All right. Save it for Russell. I'm not selling anything. But I want you to think about what's a bridge. Now, I've never used this one before, but it's an analogy you can keep in your head. If I was sharing with you and I gave you a whole bunch of value and I said, guys, I hate this. My time is almost up. I have 4 minutes left. I only had the time to share the tip of the iceberg with you. But I want more. I want to give you more. I want to help you more. Imagine what's below the surface. That's why I'm so excited. I created this course to give you everything I know. That's a bridge. All of a sudden, you have the enthusiasm, you have the excitement to go into your close with power. Does that make sense? All right, I had my team. I want to talk a little bit about marketing stamina. Keep that thought in mind when it's not working the way you want. And know that you could go deeper on the courses you're selling. We got to 100,000 books with Millionaire Success Habits. And it started to fatigue. And we were trying ads, and the team's like, hey, 100,000 books through Facebook mostly, pretty badass. Let's get to the next book. And when you read that book, you'll see why I want to put it in 1 million people's hands. And I'm like, I'm not ready to give up on it yet. So we tried marketing stamina. I pushed new ads obsessively. We got to 200,000. Team freaked out again. 300,000. Team tried to talk me into writing my next book. I really just didn't want to write the next book yet. But anyway, that's a whole different story. 400,000 copies. We're like, we made it to 400,000 copies. What are we going to do next? I'm like, next is 500,000 copies. Last week, we passed 500,000 copies. I know I said that, but here's the thing. We're having some of our best weeks. We're 2 years with the same book. 2 years with the same book. 500,000 copies. Last week, 4,165 books. Last week. 2 years in with the same campaign. Does that give you a little different framework to think about? Okay, so I had my team put together a little compilation of just some of the hundreds of videos I've shot. Marketing stamina at its best. Let's get to it. Yeah, and you'll see, I even put hook, story, close. Watch these, really think about it, and then obsess on it, and it's your turn. Go ahead. So let me ask you, are you prepared for when the market crashes? I'm about to freeze myself at 285 degrees below zero. No kidding. Watch this. Come here a second. You gotta look at this. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Did you ever wish you could turn your dreams into a reality? I've identified 36 habits that made me a millionaire in my 20s. All right, the common sense of an 11-year-old. Okay, this is the S&P 500. What's up, what's up? Just got done running the mountain up here in Idaho at 6,000 feet. I'm on this amazing. So why is this book, Millionaire Success Habits, one of the breakout best-selling books of the year? Wait. Do you not have Millionaire Success Habits in your hand yet? Winter is coming. But the big question is, are you prepared? Wow, take a look at this. Millionaire Success Habits, my latest book, just passed 400,000. The law of attraction. Is it really the secret to success? If I promised you could be a millionaire in less than a month, you could drive cars like this, live in the house of your dreams, guess what? I'd be a liar. So now that I got your attention, let me ask you this. Are you living the life of your dreams? I don't know where you are in your life right now or where it is that you want to go, but I remember living in this house behind me. In fact, I lived in the bathroom with my dad for a while when we had nothing. I didn't even have lunch money. Listen, I was horrible in school. I didn't go to college, and my guidance counselor said, you can either go to college or you can go work at a gas station or a factory. I didn't go to college. My friends told me I was nuts. My family told me I was an idiot. I had no college education. I barely got out of high school. I did drive a tow truck when I was a kid. I did work as a mechanic, and I did have envy for other people, but I discovered the habits that have allowed me to go on and generate hundreds of millions of dollars in my life, and it has everything to do with your habits. Hey, I'm Dean Graziosi. 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 My name is Dean Graziosi. I'm a multiple New York Times best-selling author. Yes, I'm a multiple New York Times best-selling author. My brands and my companies have generated hundreds of millions of dollars in my life. Now, am I saying you're going to be a millionaire, generate hundreds of millions of dollars? Heck no. But guess what? Without the right habits, without the right values, without the right rules, business just doesn't work. You need the habits for success. You need the foundation for wealth and sustainable wealth, not just overnight. And that's why my newest book, Millionaire Success Habits, is on fire. It is on fire. You see all the 5-star reviews on Amazon. It's been #1 in 4 categories. And I want to let you know that right now you can get my hottest book ever, Millionaire Success Habits, for free by clicking the link on this page right now. Click the link on this page right now. Click the link on this page right now. Click the link on this page. I'll click the link on this page. Grab the book. You will not click the link. Grab this hardcover book. Click the link right now. Hurry before they're gone. Thank you. Listen, I shared that at the end not to be like, oh, look how great I am. I shared it to inspire you that 90% of all of them shot, I don't have it on me, were shot on my phone. 90% of the one ad on the stream, I was masterminding with Russell. I ran the mountain, I came down, and I filmed it. I had Randy Garr and a buddy of mine film me while I was sweaty. I looked terrible. Right now, that's our best converting ad. It's 9 million views on YouTube alone. It's a monster. I shot it when I was sweaty. I stuttered on some words. I watched it. I'm like, oh, why couldn't you have a bigger vocabulary? I shot the one with my house where I was in front of my house when I was a kid. I was with my girlfriend. We were in upstate New York. I said, give me my phone. I shot that. That's our second biggest ad. What I'm saying is it's time to be real. It's time to be raw. It's time to do it. And I'm going to tell you, step up your marketing stamina. Stop overthinking it. Follow this mechanism. This is literally the strategy that got me on this stage to be at the place I'm at in my life. Stop overthinking it. Shoot some videos today. Get your message out there. The world needs you. We are in, right now, the information age. $365 million a day is spent online just for information. That's before of you that are in products. We know what that is. This is your time to shine. Stop being afraid, take it to a next level, have more marketing stamina, and go kick some ass. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
What do you guys think about Dean? Yeah!
Love you, brother. Thank you.
I want to tell you a quick story about this, why this is such a special moment for me. So you guys remember the pictures of me earlier today when I was collecting junk mail? So the other side of the story is I would collect the junk mail, then nights I would turn on TV and I would see this guy selling first Motor Millions and then the real estate products. And I'm the geeky kid who literally sat there with a pad of paper and note, and I would watch his infomercials like most people watch movies. I said, wait, rewind that. I gotta watch it again. And that was insane. And I remember like almost 20 years later, first time I had a chance to meet you, and so many cool stories we could tell, but just such a huge honor for me to have him now here on our stage telling this story with you guys, and motivated me to get out and sell.
Yeah, and I just want to say one more time, because you're here, I'm so proud of this guy. Isn't it amazing what he's accomplished? And listen, and I know Dave and Todd and all the people behind it, because I know what it's like to have a team that props you up. But I literally texted him this morning. I said, take a moment today and look out in that audience and remember that at one time, it was just a thought. ClickFunnels was an idea, just an idea, and look at the impact you made. I'm really proud of you.
Appreciate that. Okay, one last cool thing. This is awesome. We got a funny story to tell you. So we were coming back from that mastermind where he was soaked in water after doing the video, and we were on a plane together, and we were sitting on the plane, both in first class, and some guy walks past, and he's like, hey, I've read both your guys' books. And they're like, whose was better? And it was really,
true story.
Anyway, so the guy wouldn't tell us.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what's funny is we're on the plane, and Dean starts telling me the story. He's like, hey, I'm working with Tony on this project, and he starts going through the whole thing, and I was like, dude, Tony doesn't do like real projects with anybody. And he's telling me this whole thing. I'm getting more and more jealous. And how many of you guys actually went to their booth last night and saw behind the scenes what's happening? A couple of you guys. So they've been working on a project. Initially it was called mindmint.com, which is showing people how to build your own mastermind programs and things like that. And when he started telling me, I was super jealous. I want to be part of it. And I was like, this is really cool. But you know what would be cooler is if you actually got mastermind.com, which is even a cooler name. Have any of you guys heard this story yet?
No, can I jump in here a minute? I just want to tell you what this guy does behind the scenes. So he's like, you and Tony are doing this thing. Tony and I built a software and a course on how to extract your knowledge and run masterminds. Between Tony and I, we got 62 years of helping people, right? So I think if anybody could help, I think we could. So we've been obsessing on this course. I tell Russell, he's happy and jealous all at the same time. He's like, can I be involved or can I just rip it off? I'm not sure what to do, right? And
it's gonna be my idea.
So here's the cool part. So he tells me, you should have mastermind.com. It's only $1 million. I'm like, I don't really want to spend $1 million. So I push that back to him. You want to know this guy, the way he plays? He negotiates and buys mastermind.com for $600,000 and gifts it to Tony and I. I'm not done. But he's no fool. Tony and I saw that reciprocity, and now we made him a partner. Nice move.
Dream 100 at its best. Anyway, so when the mastermind launch is coming up in the future, if you guys please participate in that launch as we do it. It's going to be insane.
It's going to be epic.
You're going to have Dean, Tony, and Russell all going crazy on a launch.
Yeah.
Super fun. The winners get to fly with us in Tony's private plane to Fiji. Insane. It's going to be fun. So hopefully you guys participate in that launch. It's going to be fun. And I just want to thank you again for coming.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. You played full out.
All right,
I appreciate you all.
All right. I forgot that end part. That was crazy. That was when the very first mastermind.com course ever launched. We were telling that whole story. So there's timing when the whole thing happened. So how do you guys feel about that? Do you get fired up? I was reading the comments. You guys were going crazy the entire time. Dean's amazing, right? But it wasn't exciting to just talk about like videos and ads and putting things out there. When I flew to Phoenix that day and we looked at everything, what we found was the difference between what Dean was doing and what I was doing is we were putting out a couple ads, like 2 or 3 ads a week. He was putting out like 3 or 4 ads a day. Like he had 4 times as much creative that he was creating versus us. And that was the big difference. That was the big differentiator. So we came back after that trip and said, okay, I gotta make more ads. And so, when I was in the heat of it, we were building, doing 10 ads a day. Like I was paying my daughter to film me like around the house. Like we were coming to like just everything we could find. Finding hooks. Like I grabbed my Batman mask. I grabbed this. I grabbed that. Like we were making video after video after video, and just to keep up with the creative. Like the more creative we had, the more our ad costs went down. The more books we sold. And it was amazing. In fact, just rewatching that just re-inspired me. Right now we're working on the Think and Grow Rich challenge. I'm gonna go and film like 800 ads this weekend for that. I'm gonna grab my phone and go everywhere I can and just have some fun with it. So I'm inspired to that. How many of you guys are gonna do the same thing? figure out whatever your offer is, just grab your phone and start busting out ads like crazy. Anyway, I'm excited to start thinking through that. So hopefully that was great for you guys. Hey, someone said, so much learned in such a short time. That was just one presentation, Funnel Hacking Live. Those who've been to Funnel Hacking Live, it's like 4 days of that. It is amazing. It is insane. And so last thing we do this weekend before we break, I know today went a little bit longer, but hopefully it was worth it. It was amazing. I want to challenge you guys to go get your tickets to Funnel Hacking Live. This next year, it's coming up in September. It's actually virtual, so you guys can watch it from the comfort of your home. I'd recommend like getting you and your business partner, your spouse, go rent an Airbnb and get away from the world and sit there for 3 days and just watch it and consume it. But it's that kind of thing for 3 days, and it's going to be all through a very step-by-step systematic process, taking you from A to Z over 3 days, and it's worth it. So I'm going to show you guys this real quick, if I can figure out how to do this. Let's see, sharing my screen. Window. All right, can you guys see my screen right now? Let's see. I gotta throw up the stage. Oh. All right, this is, if you go to funnelhackinglive.com, you'll see it. It's Funnel Hacking Live International. This is where you can get your tickets. And like I said, tickets are normally $1,000 to come, plus you have flights, hotels, and everything. But this year is going to be virtual, September 4th through 7th. And we streaming it all around the world. We're trying to translate in as many languages as possible, too, which should be cool. And as you can see, like, we haven't announced the speakers yet. So when we start announcing speakers and giving out speaker bonuses and stuff, that's when the price will start dramatically going up. But I wanted you to get your tickets now. Like, commit. Like, you just experienced what one 45-minute session for Funnel Hacking Live was like, and you haven't experienced all the rest of the stuff. Like, we have crazy concerts. Like, Andy Grammer came last year and performed. We have all sorts of insane stuff. Like, anyway, and you see people spoke in the past, like Tony's spoken a bunch of times, Dan Kennedy, Jocko, like Marcus Lemonis, like these are, like, we've had the greatest speakers in the world come to Funnel Hacking Live, and this year is the first year you can come and do virtual. We've never done virtual before. We're just doing this one time because the next Funnel Hacking Live is actually next February. So this is kind of like a small one we put in between because we wanted to keep everyone's energy and momentum moving forward. And so you come here, and then one cool thing you'll notice if you do, when you get your tickets, you click here, you can go get your tickets here. But then down here, if you want, let's see, you can also, you can buy your tickets to FHL 10, which is in February of next year. If you buy those, you basically get the international for free. So both those options are there, but I would recommend, worst case scenario, just go get the $297 option, go get your tickets, come to Funnel Hacking Live, like, be part of the amazingness. I promise you that this is going to be our 10th year doing it. There's no event that's lasted longer, no event that's bigger, that's better, that's like, it's insane. It'll change life like nothing else we've ever done. Of all the things we do, this thing I'm most proud of because it's the thing that we get everyone together, we immerse them, and we change their lives, and it's a lot of fun. So that's my challenge, you guys, to go to funnelhackinglive.com today, go get your tickets, and it'll be awesome. So other than that, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you guys enjoyed the weekend. We're thinking about jumping on and doing another Funnel Hacker film tomorrow and showing that. Maybe a little different time zone because Ben, who helps me run this, is actually flying to Boise tomorrow. So it may be a little later in the day. I don't know. But watch your text, and that way you'll know when we're going live. If you're not on the text list yet, I'm going to keep that video. I'll give you a link to get the text list. Basically, just text me. It gets you on the thing. In about 5 minutes before we go live, we'll text you out and get you guys to come jump on with us. So that's kind of the game plan. Other than that, you guys, thanks for hanging out today. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did as well. Hopefully you learned a lot. Hope you inspired you. Hope you're creating ads. Hopefully go get your tickets to Funnel Hacking Live. Anyway, appreciate all you guys. You are amazing. Last Saturday we did the 24 episode. We got another fun episode we're probably going to play tomorrow. So it'll be good. All right, with that said, thanks you guys, and I'm going to keep the presentation, show you how to get on the text list so you do not miss the live tomorrow. All right, see you guys. Russell Brunson, and I am kind of freaking out right now. I'm so excited. I just got a brand new phone. This is called my Funnel Hacker phone. And in this phone, I'm actually setting up a private community where I have a chance to text with my funnel hackers, with people like you, about entrepreneurship and business and personal development and all the fun things that we love to talk about. And inside of this phone, I've been sending cool stuff that I don't send anywhere else except for people in my texting community. And I want to invite you to be part of it. Now, a couple things. Number one, the first thing I need you to do is grab your phone right now, and I want you to actually text me, okay? The phone number is 208-231-3797. I'll probably have it above or below or somewhere. But the number again is 208-231-3797. Text me right now. Text me, hey, text me, what's up, whatever you want to do. And that's the first step. The second step is my goal is I want to get 50,000 entrepreneurs and business owners and funnel hackers on my phone here in the next, before the end of the year. So that's my goal and my game plan, and I need your help. If you will help me to get 50,000 people on here, I'm going to invite 5 of you to come here and fly to my office. We're going to hang out, and I'm going to spend a day with you coaching you on your business. The first half of the day, I'm going to sit down with you. I'm going to brainstorm your funnels, your structure, your offer, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to have my top copywriter help you with your copy. Our funnel builders, our designers, we're all going to come in and tag team and spend a day with 5 of you here in the office. It's going to be so much fun. So that's the prize. That's the reward. The way you can win that reward is, number one, you have to text me. If you haven't texted me yet, you are not eligible to be part of this. I need you to text me so you can be part of my texting community, okay? Again, the number is 208-231-3797. I'm going to memorize that number, but as of right now, it is 208-231-3797. Text me. That's number one. Number two is every single time you help me to share this message, you get a vote. That means if you like the video down below, you get an extra vote. If you comment down below, you get an extra vote. You share this video, you get an extra vote, okay? And if you comment again, you get another extra vote, okay? At the end of this, after we have 50,000 people who are on my texting platform, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 5 of you guys to come to our offices here in Boise. We're going to spend a day going deep into your funnels, your business. It's going to be so much fun. You work with me, my copywriters, my designers, my funnel builders, and we're going to get your business up and launched live. This is a free gift for 5 of you guys. So again, the way to win, text me. Stop everything you're doing. Pause this. Text me. 208-231-3797. So what do you got to do right now? You know what to do. Text me. Hey, what's up, everybody? I totally forgot to announce the winners. Thank you for reminding me. Come on, Russell, you get so excited you forget about the most important part of the day. So I apologize for those who maybe have already bounced off. I'm going to announce the winners real quick, and then our team will find you guys and get your address so we can ship it out. Okay, so, sorry, are you guys able to hear me? Hopefully everyone can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. All right, I'm assuming we can. Okay, so for the winners, for the contest from yesterday, we're going to give away the belt, which is going to be amazing. Okay, we got some yeses. All right. So, all right, the winner. So again, we had close to 30 people submit videos. Again, everyone who submitted a video, you won. Congratulations. Thank you guys for doing that and putting forth the effort. For our top 3, though, our team went through and found the 3 that they thought one was like one they're most proud of, one that's funniest, one that's the best, and they're all in there. So these are the 3 winners. Number 3rd place is Renee Jackson. What's up, Renee? Congratulations. You're getting a belt. Number 2 is Eric Thomas. Congratulations. You're getting a belt. And the number 1 winner is Tara Tang. Congratulations. You're getting a belt. Woo! So those are our 3 winners. Again, thank you everyone for participating and being part of it. Again, someone from my team will go message you on your videos and get your addresses. So check out your DMs here in the next little bit, and they'll ask you for your addresses, and we'll ship you out one of the ClickFunnels belts. Let's go. Anyway, congratulations to everyone. Again, thanks for playing full out and doing it. And yeah, sorry about that. All right, have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye, everyone.